Hey guys, KRX50 here with another review. This time I'll be reviewing the Red Tiger Strike Rider from Power Rangers Jungle Fury. This is a specialized motorcycle made specifically for the Red Ranger and includes a few things. The Red Tiger Strike Rider itself, a Red Ranger figure, and a missile for the bike. We'll take a look at the figure first. We have here the Red Jungle Fury Ranger, who for this vehicle is outfitted with a special armor, which is actually in the show and not just for the toy. We see the Jungle Fury emblem here. Got some stripes along the front. Got a kind of collar here. These shoulder pads. A little bit of striping detail. And really no paint on the legs whatsoever. And a little bit of paint here for the Tiger Battle Claws. As far as articulation goes, well, the head is essentially non-moving. Yeah, the head is actually stuck in place, unfortunately. But the rest of the articulation isn't too bad. You can rotate the arms 360 degrees. You can move them in and out. There's a rotatable wrist joint. The shoulder pads actually do go up and down, and you'll see it, and if my camera is clear, you can see a molded-in Jungle Fury emblem right here under the shoulder pad. The legs go forward, and again, not point back, they go in and out, but the knee, and they have a ankle swivel. So for a Power Rangers figure, especially a vehicle figure, this isn't all too bad. Here's the bike. Very clearly you can see that it's molded after Tiger. What with the striping all along and these eyes right here. Though it is a little bit strange, the eye placement, because with the way this looked, you'd think the eyes would be here and here, but they're here. But that's not all that bad. See this pan on Jungle Fury emblem? See this part here that actually kind of resembles a tiger's mouth. See that same emblem here again, a little bit orange here. And some silver. Got the back wheel too, and the front wheel. See, you can also see some paint. You can also see paint detailing on the other side. Is basically identical to what you see on the front side. Got the wheels here and here. And the wheels are actually interesting because it's basically this black plastic tire with this 3-pointed red spoke on the inside. And that goes for both of them. 3 red spokes on the inside, I mean. And the nose here too. And there's also the kickstand down here, which can be folded down like that. Or fold up like that, and then fold down again like that. Here's the missile, which is a kind of strange design. It kind of seems like it's meant to resemble the Tiger Spirit Zord, though that's not too much the case. And it is not all that it actually isn't all that easy to describe what this actually looks like. But anyway, the missile can go right back here. Unfortunately, this is basically a pressure missile with a button. So to launch it, you press down on that. There's essentially not really a spring here, because you got this little lump here that basically locks it into place. So press down the button, and the missile fires. Of course, the figure can go onto the bike, and pretty simply enough. Got handlebars here and here. So of course you fit the handlebars into the figure's hands, just like so. And sit back, position the legs so they go on, so that the foot rests on these foot stands. And straighten them out. Just gonna make some final adjustments. And so there you have the Red Ranger running on the bike in its normal mode. And of course you can move down the kickstand, have them ride around like so. Of course you can really do what you want. You can do a front wheelie or a back wheelie. And not too bad. It's not too bad like this, but it gets even better because the armor that's on the Ranger is also part of its second mode, which is a battle mode. What you do for that is something a little more unique. First off, you take the Ranger figure off, and what you do is essentially move the arms up a little bit. You place the Ranger's head into here, so that you got this part lined up coherently. And while you're doing it, you also want to try to fit the arms into these grooves here and here. And yeah, like that. The next step is to take this front wheel and flip it all the way to the back. That way, there are these second foot stands which you can use to position the Red Ranger's legs on. And so, getting this all straightened out, like so. Here is the Red Tiger Strike Rider in its battle mode. And it actually does still roll around. The thing is that with this wheel not quite touching ground, there's a second wheel here, which helps it roll. And that's an interesting gimmick that I actually do kind of like. Especially the way the armor is actually incorporated into the transformation here. It's not something that's really seen much at all within Power Rangers. So it actually is pretty cool. Another thing about it is that the bikes actually have a couple of they actually have some connection joints around the bottom. And the thing about that is that, you know, one thing you could do is combine bikes together. Another thing you can do is attach them to the transforming Megazords made for the Jungle Fury line. So it was, a kind of a trend of, toys being able to, some of these vehicle toys and stuff being able to interact with each other, which gave more of an incentive. Which kind of gave an incentive to buy more than one of them. But on its own, I really like this vehicle. I mean, this is actually really one of the coolest designs I've ever seen for a Power Rangers bike. It's really smooth and coherent, and really does look cool. And the battle mode is really quite nice and an awesome addition. And you can also position it like this using the kickstand, and it'll still stand upright. So that's cool, and it even has it a little bit raised into the air, which actually is an interesting way to display it. Overall, I'd recommend this to Jungle Fury fans and to people who like Power Rangers bike toys. It really is nicely designed. It has a pretty decently articulated Ranger figure, and the two modes really are pretty cool. And even though this is something of a pressure missile, it actually doesn't fire all that bad when you actually take a look at it. So overall, definitely a cool vehicle toy, and definitely recommended to some. So, please rate, comment, subscribe, and check out my blog at krx50.blogspot.com. And for now, this is KRX50, writing on.